Let's see. Whoops, wrong switch. It's been a while since I played this. Drop. 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 Whoops. Hello, and we're doing a Minecraft stream for the time being because Fallout 76 is being updated, so I gotta wait for it. So I always told people I was gonna do a stream to show people what, you know, for all those who haven't seen it. Now this little building right here was done by one of my grandkids. I forget which one. This little building right here was also done by one of my grandkids. I tell them that they're not allowed to build anything in my area, although they built this and they weren't supposed to, okay? So that is to say, but I built all of this grassy area, and the animals just spawn in here. And this is the building itself. I built all this big building with the lava, the waterfall going all the way up and down it. Well, all the way up it. As you can see, they've updated some of the pixels, I guess, in this game because the water looks different. I mean, it looks a lot different than it used to. This is where the water comes from. This is where the water started. So you always have to have a starting point for the water to start. It's kind of a double thing, because see, I also have like a little place that I call home. This is my little home, and I kind of, you know, made it a little different to enter it. So, you know, kind of modified the building to fit, so I could fit things in it. I made it glass so I can see in it and see that, you know, the building's here, and fireplaces. You know, these are all books. That's books. These are wallpapers. That's the ceiling. I need to go back and finish this wall here. I don't know what happened to it unless one of the kids got to it. I'll have to figure that out. I'll have to redo the pictures again. No, but they were here. The grandkids like to mess with my stuff sometimes. But while my PlayStation was visiting them because of me being homeless and all. And this was one of their favorite games to play with, and mess with my stuff was one of the all-time favorites. So I'll have to redo all this. This looks like it's all still intact. I'll have to remember what I put where. Okay, let's see. This is all my food and stuff. Alexa, dismiss timer. Okay. This particular area has come a long way. Okay, I got my water. I got my that. Those. What's this one? Smooth stone. Gravel, no. Andesite, no. Bookshelf, no. Crafting table, no. I already got a water bucket. Huh. Maybe I left it on the roof. Anyway, I built this. There used to be two things above there, but there was like 8 in all, but I got rid of all those. Figured it was too, whatever you call it. I think I made these a little bigger to compensate for the space. I'm not sure. Just in case, gotta make sure that, okay, where is the sleep? L2. Respawn point, only sleep at night and during thunderstorms. Okay. Okay. So this is what the roof looks like. Maybe I don't have it up here on the roof like I thought. So that's where he is. But yeah, I put grass up here because I thought it was cool. And we're up so high because of the thing. A lot of people don't know this off the top of my head, but this actually used to be, before I got rid of it and built this building here, there was a mountain here. So I took the mountain and little by little, I turned it into this big, monstrous, cube-looking structure. I was going to make it into several different things, but then, you know, little by little, I changed my mind. And now, it's just a towering structure. Whatever it was going to be, probably isn't anymore. It's going to be something else. I just don't know what yet. But this whole structure took me several months and several reconstructions and reimagining it and changing it. These used to be walls, but then I went through and made it glass so you could see in. Also to give it more light, because it needs more light. The lights around the building are, because the daytime and nighttime does cycle quite a bit, as a matter of fact. I think within 1 hour. I'm not exactly sure. I had those cubes, but I slowly replaced them with lanterns. That's lava, in case people can't figure that out. See the water. See, the water looks different than it used to look. And I put the glass over that just to, you know, keep my grandkids from messing with it. I don't know which it will last longer. Wow, what the heck is he doing in here? You better not blow up, that's all I know. A lot of the floors are the same as this main floor here. There's a few differences. The floors above here, you get to them like this. See, there's water that comes down from upstairs, pours together right here, coalesce, and goes out. It's kind of interesting how it does that. A lot of these walls were here when these walls right here used to be plants, or what are we gonna call it? What is it? They used to be dirt. I mean, and then little by little, I decided I didn't want to leave it dirt, but then I didn't want to, remove the dirt completely. I wanted things to know, what the building used to look like prior to its inception. This is actually a staircase. I was contemplating on how to build staircases to some of the other areas, but I haven't, exactly figured out how I'm going to do those yet, so I haven't done that yet. That just goes down to the lower levels, but the whole building, it's approximately, every floor is about, I think, 4 to 5 blocks from ceiling to top. Blocks are right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, see, and then it's the 5th above it, so from top to bottom. That's approximately a thingy. Wow, there's idiots in here. As long as they don't blow up, I guess. As long as those stupid creepers don't blow up my building, I'll be mad. Spent me months building this building. But there's like rooms, tons of rooms. This whole building is room after room after room after room after room. And the spider. The extra lights was so that the creepers can't and the zombies can't appear just anywhere. That's why I was there's lots of lights in the building, but there's a lot of lights that I haven't put yet, because they won't spawn where it's dark. Well, where it's light, they'll only spawn where it's dark. The darker, the better. Which is why they probably like this area. And even though there is no official way to get from floor to floor, there is climbing here. There, now we're up on a different floor. You can see that the water will pass through these little slots in the floor and go down. I don't know how this does that. It's interesting. I never meant for it to do this, but for some reason it does. Don't know why. But see, the floors are pretty much the same. These are all cobblestone. Some of the rooms are lit better than others. And then this I added. See, this that's all light. Those is upstairs. So all this was built after the fact. This is like a inside the walls type of thing. I left a lot of the walls hollow, and a lot of the areas hollow just because I thought it would be cool like that. And I did build this building, rebuild it multiple times over, changed it, modified it, turned it into the cool building it is today. I think the coolest part is the waterfalls. Because I can't build an elevator without figuring out how to do it. So at the very minimum, I figure I can climb the water to get up or get up and around. But this water passes through these floors and it collects down below, and then is eventually cycled through. It's impossible to look at the entire place because it is so damn big on the inside. It is literally huge. It took me months to build it like it is. So it took me over 6 months to build it. There used to be a secret entrance to my house in here, but I took it out because I didn't want my grandkids going in there. They kept coming and stealing my diamonds. But this is the back turbo shaft. There is a few ways to get around. Wow, it is really dark down here. I think this is the base floor. This is the back waterfall. This is the back building. It was going to be a bunch of different buildings, but I don't know. I still haven't decided what it's going to actually be yet. But I did like the waterfalls, so I put them there. Then I put all these windows to light the place up, so I think it looks cooler. These were walkways or entryways, but I closed them off because the grandkids kept messing with it, so I figured it would be less likely for them to mess with it because of the certain things. But I figured, I only need this bridge and I really don't need the other bridges, so I decided to take those other ones out and leave these ones in on the off chance. And then of course this does have like an elevator that comes out here on the roof. And this, they kept spawning in these frogs. I'm not a big fan of the frogs. But this whole building used to be a mountain, so that's probably why it's in a mountain-y terrain, which is why it gets snow on the top of it. It's kind of annoying at times. There's also underground and side passages. Around. Probably should have taken all this stuff out. See, they also spawned these angelados in here. That's how I knew about the angelados before they added them to Fallout 76, because for some reason my grandkids like them. More specifically, my granddaughters. One of my grandsons made this monstrosity here. I don't know what it's supposed to be. All I know is he made it. It was his idea to put it like it was. This was an area that I had for a while, but it's technically on the area that I consider mine. This right here is some sort of a portal. It takes you to another world. But all this from there over I built mostly. This is what's left of the terrain slash mountain that used to be here before the building was built here. I was kind of deciding on what to do with this. It's probably going to be a lifelong project. I may leave it, I don't know. Let's see. The towery things is what I put there to mark things, I think. This project is something they built. One of my granddaughters built this. I built this little contraption. And this structure. Kind of add to the building a little bit, since how I don't know if they're going to be adding to it anymore. But the water does look a lot different than it used to look. It looks more like real water nowadays. So because this game has gotten a few updates since I built this. See, the water looks a lot more realistically water. And there's a few underground passages in here. In this massa. The beautiful things about these passages is the ones that I built under my building here. See, the fountains right there, you would think that, oh, they just are like free-flowing water and they don't go anywhere. Well, you would be wrong. They actually have an ending point. And if you go down here, over here, drop down in here, and in here, and then you follow this passage, which is filled with water, by the way. It goes straight to the fountain. This is kind of a pump room. I spawned some fish in it. And this is the fountain right here. The base of the fountain. See? It comes out into the base. Just like this one right here is the middle fountain. And this is the other fountain. This is the lava that pours down the middle of the building. So as you can see, it's actually it holds a passageway, comes through that, and then comes here into the secret basement. This has underwent a lot of thingies. I don't know how many floors the building is. At least a dozen or more. This is the last official floor. And I like doing things in stereo, so that's why there's two of most of the stuff. So there's a fountain there, and the main fountain is in the middle. This is actually a grass area above us. This is kind of like an aquarium, which is also right there, connects to the fountains. Fountain water connects through that. and you come to about right there. I think that's it. Is that it? No, that's not it. Maybe. I'm gonna have to figure this out. It's like they dug a hole in it or something, because this shouldn't be here. That's not part of it. Maybe it's this. No, that's the fountain. It's easy to get lost down here. Maybe that's not it. Maybe it's this. Yeah, it's this. I don't know what that other is. Something that they did then. Probably gonna have to figure it out and probably dig through and find it. And then I'm gonna have to patch it. And rebuild the whole thing. Because this should not be here. After I figure out how big this hole actually is. Something I guess the grandkids or somebody got in there and couldn't figure out how to get out. So I'm gonna have to go through here and figure all this out. that fixed it. Looks like it did. I don't know, they probably was playing under there and probably put a hole in it. Where there isn't supposed to be a hole. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 1:07 p.m.
And see these little places down here. Well, this little thing right here goes out to those two fountains that are in the middle of the area. See, that's where one of the fountains is. That's where the water is. Just in case I decide to go down there, that's so I can see it. And then that's the other fountain. And then this is like a middle part. This goes both up and down into the facility, plus into the main area. This is the area where the fountains come from. This is the generalized fountain. Showed these earlier in the video. This is where the water falls down. It actually falls down from here. The water, you don't have to, once the water starts, it's pretty much, it's continuous. So in other words, it would have to be stopped from here in order for it to be stopped. And that includes these little side ports right here, which fall down here. And they fall there. There's actually a little, kind of a neat little thing right there. I get them to go over to fall this way so that they add to the big one and not, subtract. Not add any gaps. This is where the upper water collects and then pours out the front here. This part right here, I could take up a little bit more than I do, but it only comes up to right here. And it doesn't come over here because it's not supposed to. For all those who missed it, this is my little area. Everybody has their own little area in their bases or whatever they call them. That's mine. And these are the little ports. These are for light to go down. This is that one hallway. This was like something I just built not too long ago. I figured it was cooler to put lights in it so you could see into it during the daytime. It's only dark during the night. And then of course all the water. This goes all the way from the front to the back. This is the smokestack area. This actually goes down into the smoke, into the, what do you call it? The fireplace area that comes up out of the building. That's where it comes out. Pretty nifty building. It's taken me probably at least 6 months to build most of this. And this is only one of 2 worlds that I have. Wow, looks like he made it off the roof. And the animals, they just spawn here randomly. So let's see here. This is world number 2. This started out as a modified town, and then it quickly escalated into a more big city. This, of course, is the building, my main building. It's smaller here than it is in that other side. Initially, these little holes right here was so the bees could come out and pollinate whatever, but then I built this area for them to come and pollinate up here, so this whole area up here underneath the glass is all bees. The beehives are down in those little areas. They can fly up, out, and into this where all the flowers are area. Looks like not only is it dark, but it's also raining. These lights are to light the buildings. There's also all these side buildings that are also connected through these above ground tunnels. There's also below ground tunnels. There's actually a hole underground a hole underground. But I modified a lot of the houses that were here. They started out being little houses, now they're big. There's also a few townspeople in this one. How did that armadillo get in here? Bet it started out as a small little town and then it quickly escalated. This is actually was a greenhouse, but then I decided, you know, we'll let the rain, because it always seems like it's always raining, so the rain actually comes into this area. So you can see there's slots in the ceiling for rain to pour down. These beams are exactly over where this is. This is all water that runs between the areas. And there's different types of plants here. And it looks like the townspeople are in here doing whatever it is they do. It's nice that they found their way in here. This was supposed to be a store. These are to keep out the bad guys. It looks like my grandkid struck again. This is the main building. Well, one of them anyway. Where they can come and hang out. There's also, they can go to the main floor. I haven't figured out an elevator system yet, so that's why there isn't one. Just these stairs so they can climb up and go in here. This is into the sub-basements. Sub-basement area. Those are patrolling to keep out bad guys. It's another building that I am still in process of building. This is some of the underground tunnels that exist. All the buildings are, all the upstairs buildings are all connected by underground tunnels. So you pretty much get anywhere through underground. I used to have some bad guys here. See, here's one of the bad guys right there. Apparently there's another bad guy down here somewhere. But the bad guys probably all got kicked out by these, because these kill them. want to accidentally kill the wall. But all the bad guys were actually spawned over here in this other area. And then it looks like one of my grandkids flipping decided they wanted to kill them all, so they spawned all those golems in there to get rid of them. Because they kill them. But it's a nice little city, though. One of my grandkids built this, and I kind of modified it a little bit. But this whole area was actually a little town. And then little by little it grew and now became what it is now. A huge place. With those towering skyscrapers and that. This was built like this to keep the bees out. So the bees stay on that side of the glass and they aren't allowed in this crossover area. And this is my little space in the building. Kind of like the other one, except for there's different types of carpet in here. These are the ways to get to the other floors. This is the main floor. The rooms. These rooms right here, there's actually a fountain right there in front of these rooms. And then this is a communal greenhouse area. See, this is all fountain water. These are all greenhouses. This, of course, is, if you can't guess, that's watermelon down there. These, I'm not sure whether that's carrots or something else. Some of it's carrot, some of it's whatever you call that weird things. And then these are pumpkins. And of course this big area here is green. I haven't taken out the roof here in the spots but I did put those little blocks, you know, kind of different. And how did those stupid things get in here? But as you can see, most of the building is connected. Did I put this lava here, or did one of the kids do this? Some of these buildings here have bees on them too. There's bees in this one. And there's bees in this one. These two are connected, so these bees can come over here and vice versa. I haven't figured out a way to move the bees around where they can go and visit their cousins. over there in the main building. The main building is called the main building because it looks like something blew up right here. Interesting. Well, I know I didn't do it, so it must have been one of the grandkids. This right here is one of my antenna arrays. It's also a marker too, because this world isn't a single world. This is a multi-world. There's actually a trick so you don't get lost. But there's another marker somewhere over here that'll lead you to the other two areas. Here's one of my other areas right down there too. Did they do this? Because I don't remember it curving. Maybe that's because that's over and this is more straight. And there's town number 2. This town is still mostly intact, except for with a few modifications. As you can see, these markers are very large. They were made like that so that you could, because the area is mostly big. So there is world number 1, and then world number 2, the mega city. It's got 2 regular as well as this mega city. It looks like Fallout's done, so we will be taking a small break, and then we will be starting a separate stream to do Fallout 76 for those who watch. I hope whoever watched it enjoyed it, and showing people the really cool things that you can build in Minecraft. This building is also gone over. That right there is one big fountain. It's 2 big fountains instead of 3 small fountains. I decided to, kind of, step it up a little bit. In case anybody was wondering. These are glass so I can see into the building, so it lights up better. See into those classrooms, which are all glass, all up and down, which it was initially going to be a school of some sort, but I don't know. We'll have to see. But there you go. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the Fallout 76 video in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Until then, so long.